Mitch Jaworski in the house. We are 14 days away from the 100 Millionaires Summit. My name is Walter Morello. If you don't already know, I'm the real estate mentor. We run the most epic event every single year called the 100 Millionaires Summit. Mitch Jaworski is our authority when it comes to crypto and building millionaires. He's on a mission to build millionaires. Mitch, what is going on at the summit?
I mean, besides having a hell of a time.
Yeah, I mean, besides having a hell of a time, do you have your book near you, the Bitcoin book? What? No. ScaredyCat Guide to knowing what the heck Bitcoin is.
I do. Boom. ScaredyCat Guide to knowing what the heck Bitcoin is.
Before we dive into the summit and your talk there, I want to make sure that everybody who's listening understands who you are, where you came from. How did you get into crypto in the first place? How long have you been investing in this asset class?
So I got lucky because I basically stumbled into crypto back in 2016.
And also, you're more heavily invested in real estate than in crypto right now. Is that fair?
I mean, when you talk about like value of assets, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I got more real estate than crypto. So, but basically crypto and real estate are my two biggies. They're my two loves. I always joke and say I'm a real estate investor with a crypto mistress. And it's true because it's always, stealing my attention away. And it's, more fast and dramatic and volatile, kind of like a mistress. I got to come up with a better analogy than that.
No, I love that. When you say that on stage, you may lose half the room, but I think that's
probably. But the half I don't lose is really going to be engaged.
They're in.
So, yeah, I just basically, stumbled into it in 2016. I was reading an article on Yahoo Finance out of all places, which I haven't been on in years. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. But it was talking about a cryptocurrency that had a blogging platform attached to it. And I was like, well, I blog, so this is cool. So I jumped in and we were able to basically earn crypto while you from blogging. So I was like, that's badass. And then just from that, I started getting into Bitcoin and some other coins. And that was really it. I kind of took it slow and steady. I treated it as a risky investment. I basically only threw Vegas money at it at first, but I've been able to build that portfolio over the years from, blogging on some of these Web3 platforms, which is something I'm going to teach everyone at the summit, what Web3 is and why it's awesome. It's giving the power to the people, so to speak, and making us, able to earn from our own content. So between that and just, maybe some strategic investing, I don't even want to say trading because I don't really trade anymore, but I will make moves in positions from time to time, but more so on a longer scale, you know what I mean? More so when you get the big obvious moments and shifts in markets. But in the end, it's just another asset class that you got to be in. You know what I mean? It's growing. It's still so early. It's only 10 years into this industry. And I just don't see how it won't continue growing. More and more people are interested in it, especially the young people. And that's really what matters because that's the future money.
Yeah, I've been watching gold and I watched it go from $12 trillion down to $11 trillion in its market cap over the last year. And that I think has a lot to do with the fact that younger investors, millennials, are not thinking gold is the hedge. They're actually shifting over to cryptocurrency as the hedge.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't even know if it's a hedge right now. I mean, I think at some point it will be, but it's still rather correlated with traditional markets, in the equity markets. But as far as just like, what am I buying besides stocks? Yeah, you're right. They're looking at crypto over gold. I mean, gold was, our parents and grandparents' generations, favored investment opposite of stocks, and then it started dying off really like in my generation. And then, like you said, with the millennials, and then forget it after that. Like they're like, gold, what do I want this big brick for? That's annoying. I can't have it in my phone.
It's true because you and I are both silver bugs. We both carry our silver, but at the end of the day, silver is a pain in the butt and gold is just as much. I mean, the nice thing about gold is you can get a little bit more of it without as much weight. Its value is a lot bigger than the silver, but so you could store it faster, easier, but it's still it's really hard to sell. Like really, really is difficult to transfer with people. And they tax you, right? When you buy it, they tax you. And then when you sell it, they tax you. With anybody who's trading, they're like, well, this is our price. So they're always making a little bit of a profit when they're transitioning this stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, for like the everyday investor, I just look at it this way, you generally want to diversify. And at this point, I think crypto is an asset that, you diversify into. I mean, it's great. We both have real estate. Most of the people we know have real estate. Most of the people that are coming to the 100 Millionaire Summit either already have real estate or they're looking to get into real estate, right? Because they want to be like this on the mission to millions, right? So I just look at it as part of my overall portfolio. You know, I mean, I still own stocks as well. But diversification is, you know, kind of like the ultimate wealth, not only creator, but like wealth keeper. Because like, you know, you do want to take calculated bets early on. I mean, think about it. When you were first in real estate, when I was first in real estate, I mean, like we were, you know, pushing the envelope, right? And that's all great. But you know, once you kind of get over that initial hump is when you want to start diversifying. And I don't know. Like I said, I just don't see how crypto, especially Bitcoin, is like ever like going away. It's too late. It's too entrenched. There will be plenty of coins that come and go, and there already has been with all the, you know, meme coins and whatnot. I'm sure I'll make fun of some kind of meme coin when I'm on stage at the summit. In fact, you know,
will it be Shiba? Is Shiba
right?
Still relevant, or?
I think no, it's not, but Doge is, because I think Elon said now again he's going to buy Twitter, and then like Doge pumped.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
So that's another aspect to crypto that I think people don't understand, is that influencers have a bigger sway in crypto than any other asset class.
Yeah, it's pretty scary, actually.
Right? Like mostly it's Elon. Like if we're being fair, it's Elon says something and a coin can move. Like, is that something that's going to continue?
I don't know. I mean, I think at some point it gets watered down, but it's so concentrated still, I think. And it's such a small market. I mean, like, as you know, the overall market cap of crypto fell under 1 trillion, you know, with this bear market. So, I mean, think about that. Like, it's smaller than Apple.
And it's still unregulated, right? Like the first person getting sued is what? One of the Kardashians for
I mean, there's lawsuits all over the place for a lot of things. But yeah, Kim Kardashian just got sued for like basically like pumping a crypto or whatever. But yeah, there's been that lawsuit with the SEC against Ripple for years now. And if you listen to the crypto people, they sound like basically all the SEC is doing is just delaying the inevitable loss that it's obvious they're going to take. And that may be true, maybe not. And who knows if that's going to be a positive. I will say this, though. I actually welcome regulation, because I think once there's a framework, then that's when you see the masses come in.
Right.
And you see institutions that, want to offer this to clients and are hesitant. Some are. I mean, the big news is that Fidelity just struck a deal. I think it was Fidelity struck a deal with Coinbase to, basically do Bitcoin custody so they can offer Bitcoin to their clientele, which is huge. I mean, they manage like trillions of dollars or something. Like, it's crazy the amount of money they, manage. So, things like that are positive momentum, but, it doesn't happen overnight. But I just don't see how 10, 15 years from now, I'm not in a better position from holding my Bitcoin and some other cryptos. And again,
it's interesting. You say Bitcoin a lot, and I recently transitioned most of my portfolio into Bitcoin and just said, look, if there's one token that I want to hold for the next 5-10 years, it's probably this one. This one feels the safest of all of them. And obviously, you and I have a lot of Ethereum in like multiple different projects that I think pay us. I think they're coming back.
Well, and that's the thing, like, Bitcoin is the safest play. And that's why, like, same thing in this bear market, I've only really been buying some Bitcoin. I've only added that, even though, there's some alts that I'm keeping my eye on, because it's just like, I know Bitcoin's probably not going anywhere. Even if it's not the best technology in crypto anymore, it's still, limited supply. There's only a few million left to be mined. So I'm just looking at it as that potential store of value at some point, which maybe that'll happen after we go through a recession and have a washout. I mean, I've been saying that for years. Like, I don't think it's going to become uncorrelated until we have some tough times and we see the stock market go down. And so it's all very interesting, but either way, you got to know the basics so you don't basically send money away to the crypto gods. And that's what I generally like to help people with. And we'll get into some, good info at the summit, but that's a limited time frame. So I'm only gonna be able to scratch the surface with you. But lucky, Walter got me to commit to doing a virtual workshop as part of Alchemist Mastery. So that's that'll be something that he talks about at the summit. So It's a whole smorgasbord of things in that education.
So for everybody who's listening right now, if you're wondering, like, why should I learn about crypto? Just hang out at the summit. And what are you going to learn about crypto? Again, hang out at the summit, because Mitch's talk was voted last year one of the most interesting talks, and it was definitely voted most fun talk at the event. Everybody still talks about when Mitch comes on and the lights start and he opens up with a music video, the Hodl Gang song, right?
This year, you come on, you're throwing spoilers out there. I switched it up.
I want everybody to go download the music right now. So like, go listen to it. So when it comes on, they're just like, "Oh my god!" So they know the words. Like,
yep. Yeah, we're flipping it up this year. Different song, same amount of fun.
Hell yeah. So 100 Millionaires Summit, come October 21st to the 23rd. Get to hang out with the ScaredyCat himself, Mitch Jaworski. He's going to be talking about crypto, why crypto, and a little bit about this inflation market. And I'm going to ask if Mitch can give us a little bit of a prediction on Bitcoin, what his buy range is. But you don't get to hear that until we're at the 100 Millionaires Summit together, because this is the year to be buying Bitcoin. I know I've already got my forever token, my forever coin, and I plan on buying more, but there's a buy range that Mitch knows, because he's been doing this for years, that I very much want everybody to be aware of. And come November, I think we're going to be in that buy range. Between November and December, I think there's an opportunity coming.
Interesting.
So I'm very interested to have you, and just break it down for us, man. Can I get that commitment? Will you break it down for us? Do one of your charts, right? Like, relevant to the summit.
Oh my goodness. I mean, we're gonna have to figure out how to throw a chart up on a slide at the last minute. But yeah, I mean, otherwise I can just talk about price points. But yeah, I mean, there's, two areas I'm looking at, and, maybe we'll get to that other one later in this year, like you expect. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure we go lower or not. I'm 50-50 on it at this point.
I'm feeling the correlation with the stock market. That's 100% where my instinct is coming from.
It all depends on what the stock market does over the next couple of months, but it'll be interesting for sure.
So you heard it here. Mitch Jaworski will be sort of almost predicting, forecasting the Bitcoin at the 100 Millionaires Summit. Register, click the link below, click the link in the bio. We will see you at the event. If you haven't gotten your tickets already, man, take action. Just stop.
What are you
stop
doing?
Sitting on the sidelines. It's time to go. We're going to be bringing some of the best speakers. Mitch will be in the room hanging out all weekend, and on Sunday he'll be talking about crypto. Why crypto?
Yeah.
Cheers to your success. We have a choice.
Always work with the best.
Actually, no, I'm gonna end this on a different one. There's plenty of room at the top. I'll see you at the summit. Thank you, brother.
Hell yeah.
Cheers, man.